welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Aaron Rivera, and today we are gonna be running 7 miles for our week 3 marathon prep. So we're gonna do a little bit more than that, but that's how this video is gonna start. We're gonna just go through our regular morning routine. It's currently about 5:20 a.m. We're gonna drink some coffee, get our thoughts out, basically wait for the sun to come up a little bit, and then we're gonna hit the road. Usually for these longer runs, I like to run on the track just because, you know, if I need water, if I need anything, it's right there, easily accessible to me. I feel like that just makes sense. If I was gonna do like a shorter run, I wouldn't mind going on the road because I'm less likely to need anything. But if I'm being honest, this is my first time running 7 miles, so I'm excited. I ran 5 last week. This is our longest run for week 3 prep. Things are getting real. The mileage is starting to get up there. We're working already into like a little more than halfway of the actual range that we're going to be running. I'm pretty confident. I say I'm nervous because I haven't really done it, but I also not really nervous, but more so excited because you're accomplishing something new, and who isn't excited about that? So I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to journal a little bit, probably read a little bit. As soon as that sun breaks the horizon, we're gone. All right, so we're at the track. Daylight broke. It was a little bit darker when I got here, but I hit my warm up, did everything already first, so you guys didn't have to bear that. But if you look, you can't even really see it. If I had an ND filter on or something, but the sun is poking out. Beautiful sunrise run. Beautiful day to be alive. So we just started, as I usually do. When I'm done, I'll go over the whole summary. I'll check in with you guys a few times just to kind of let you know how I'm feeling and you know how I'm adjusting. But today I'm doing something a little different because instead of having like a water bottle, I think race day, I'm gonna have, if you can see it, I'm wearing a Camelback. So it's if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a backpack that has like a whole water bladder in it. Holds like a gallon. So yes, I'm running with a gallon of water on my back. But yeah, so I'm gonna try this out because it makes it easier. Because when I did 5, I didn't stop for water. So when I'm running the full 13, I wanna make sure that I have water available to me the whole time. Beautiful sun. But yeah, man, we're just gonna get after it. Just move. The goal is not to run super fast today. We're here really just to kind of get it done. As per usual, we're gonna pick up speed, but I'll show you guys all that when we're done. We just passed the 2 mile mark. Our first 2 miles were at a pace of like 11. Right now, we're holding like, I think a little over 10. Which is good. This is kind of where we want to be at. Again, there's not really, with these runs, this is very new mileage we're introducing to our body. We don't want to overexert. We want to keep this slow and focus on building that endurance. So not necessarily like the longer the better, but like running for longer is not a bad thing because we're conditioning our body to move for longer like periods of time. So 2 miles in, we're feeling good, just hanging out, listening to music. There's a lot of people here, which is pretty cool because I thought I was gonna be alone, and it's a beautiful day outside. It's like probably 50 degrees right now, not too much wind. My hands are freezing though, so I have my gloves on, but it's honestly, the conditions right now are very ideal. So I'll check in with you guys again soon. Yeah, we're just moving. All right, so we just hit 4 miles, a little more than halfway done. I figured I'd do like a 2-mile check-in because I don't want to be like a running influencer. It's like mile 1, whatever. Because I'm trying to stay locked in, but obviously I got to keep you guys posted. Still holding about the same pace, still feeling good. No, nothing crazy, but I do want to say one thing, and I don't know if it's the runner's high, but I'm just so grateful to be alive today. Like, the grass is green, the sky is blue, the sun is up. I'm just so grateful. So many days have passed, but you know, God willing, there'll be plenty of days ahead of me. So I just feel good, and I'm just happy that I'm able and healthy enough to do this, because some people don't have this luxury. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys at about mile 6, finish the last mile strong, and then give you guys the full breakdown. All right, so we're completed at about mile 6. Pretty much after the first mile, we've been holding a 10-minute pace, pretty steady the whole time. As you can see, my speaking patterns haven't really changed because I've been managing my breathing well, and I'm not necessarily overexerting myself. So I've been able to maintain this speed and not feel overworked. I will say though that, you know, I haven't run over, the longest I've ever run before this was probably 6 miles, and that was maybe like a year ago. So after around mile 5, I could start to feel that my legs were getting a bit heavy, and you know, it's not something that I'm used to, but we're you know, we're obviously adapting. We're gonna keep going, because at this point we're already moving, and momentum is very important, because if I were to stop running, all that fatigue would have set in. A lot of this is gonna be mental more than anything else. Like, you have to know that your body can go, and you have to believe it. Like, it didn't matter if I was running 10 miles today and I've never done it before. I understand that I'm capable and I could do whatever I set my mind to. So if I had to go 10, I would do 10. It doesn't matter. In life, you just gotta do what you gotta do, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how tired you are. The show goes on. So we're gonna finish this out, and then I'll give you guys the full breakdown. All right, so we just got done. I walked a couple laps. I've been walking, I guess. That's what I was gonna say. Just to cool down a little bit. It's funny because when I actually got told that I finished 7, I was like, damn, that's it? It's almost like I wanted to keep going. Because I was like really starting to hit like a flow, and like kind of like flow state. I was feeling really good. So yeah, I mentioned the leg fatigue earlier. Honestly, once I hit like 6.5, it kind of went away, or I just started becoming numb. But I was like, damn, I kind of wish it wasn't over. I think I understand now why people get addicted to long distance running. The level of dopamine I got when I knew that I like finished and got across, like, you know, the threshold that I was trying to pass, I was like, damn, I feel so good. Just the feeling of like doing something just feels good, you know? So we hit that, and that was my first time ever running 7. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with myself. And I did it on such a great day. It's a beautiful Friday. But now we're gonna head home, stretch, and then I will give you guys the breakdown, as I've said 75 times, of all my splits, my average time, and whatnot. So all right, so I just made my post-run smoothie. I don't know if you guys saw the ingredients, but I was gonna do 2 bananas, couldn't fit them in there. It's fine, I'll just eat one later with one of my meals. But I usually do like mixed berries, so blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, a banana, some raw honey, peanut butter,
Greek yogurt, cinnamon, and then there's probably something else in there that I can't remember. But anyway, as I drink this, I'm gonna go over my overall run summary with you guys. As always, I have to show the date and the time. So April 14th, started at 6:29 a.m. I do that because I don't want people to be like, oh, but it's so sunny, you're full of shit, it's the afternoon. I'm like, no, bro, it's early. I have work in like 2 hours. Here's a picture, and then I'll kind of go over them. So first mile was 11:32, second mile was 10:51, third mile was 10:22, fourth mile was 10:26, fifth mile was 10:13, sixth mile was 10:07, seventh mile was 9:59. And it's crazy because as I was like finishing mile 7, I was like starting to feel really good, and I was like, damn, like I felt like I could have held that pace and even probably picked up the pace a little bit as I went on. So that's a good sign, considering that, you know, that was our first time doing that, and it gives me a lot of confidence going into knowing the fact that I'm going to run a half, and I've never run that kind of miles before, so I feel pretty good. The total time, I did walk a little bit at the end, so it kind of added it on there, but the total time of the workout was 1 hour, 14 minutes, 29 seconds. It said I averaged a 10:33 pace, which is probably pretty accurate. I stopped it a little bit after. Obviously, it takes into account that for that last mile, but it shows me, I don't know if it shows me how long it took, but if I really wanted to, I could subtract it. I honestly don't even care. That's not the point. But yeah, overall good. I'm excited about it. My shoes weren't giving me any problems. Like my feet weren't hurting. The water source actually was a good idea. The only thing is it did obviously made me sweat more because I have something literally attached to my back. So all that kind of heat that was like exerting, or I don't know the word, coming off my body basically made it a little bit warmer. So, but I wanted to sit down and kind of talk to you guys about a couple things that I've learned like since I've been running, and kind of like making it make sense, like teaching about pace and stuff like that. So the next part of this video is going to be that, and we're going to be in my office, and I'll kind of go over everything with you guys. We're back home, and I told you guys that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about kind of like running and just some kind of like tips and how running has kind of related to my life, even just working out in general, like how working out relates to like business and life and things like that in general. So I wanted to kind of draw you guys like basically like a picture. So we're going to say this is a line graph, right? And we're going to go, this is going to be distance, and this is going to be time. So there's two different types of way that people run, and I'm going to relate this to run, or to run. I'm going to relate this to running first, and then I'm going to relate it back to how it makes sense in business and in life. And you guys are going to get it along the way. So there's two types of people. There's people that they want to run really far, really fast, right? So say the distance here is 10 miles. They want to get here as fast as possible, right? So they're trying to do this, and say they want to do 10 miles in 1 hour. But to be able to get 10 miles in 1 hour, you have to run 10 miles per hour, right? Stay with me. Now, if you're running 10 miles an hour, that's pretty damn fast. The average person can only jog like 6. So what ends up happening is that person will try to run the 10 miles, right? So they'll kind of be like here, and then as they kind of speed up, they start to like taper off, right? We're also factoring in speed. So this person here that tries to start really fast usually can get only so far before they start to kind of taper down. So now next thing you know, all you're doing is wasting your time. You did 1 hour, but you only got so far, right? Then there's another type of person who takes their time. They may only be here, but they'll increase their speed over time, right? So this person started slower, but then opted to pick up the pace over time. If you kind of understand where I'm going with this, it's going to make sense, because the person that starts to run fast will burn out, and then you don't make it to the end, versus the person that starts slow and takes their time is more likely to make it to the end. Now, when relating this obviously to life and business and just anything in general, and when it comes to like the gym, when it comes to like, you know, building a brand, most of these things are going to take time, and you have to be patient because time is the equalizer in life, right? Time is going to be the number one thing that everybody gets, and it's a matter of how you spend it consistently. If you're trying to do too much too fast, like I said in one of my videos before, one of my biggest mistakes was that I tried to scale too fast, but I didn't have the ability to handle all that. So now in my business, what I'm trying to do is focus very like on the minuscule things and learn the ins and outs of what I was already doing and be as efficient as possible so that I can take that and teach somebody else. And then now when I want to scale, I have the manpower to be able to do it, because I can't physically do everything, right? But when it comes to your life, and when it comes to starting your business, when it comes to exercise, when it comes to running, you are responsible for all that. So in order to scale, you have to prepare yourself for every single step along the way. So if you're unprepared, you're not going to get very far. And if you try to go too fast when you're not prepared, you're going to end up burning out. And a lot of people don't come back from that burnout. But that's just what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of concept of like talking and kind of breaking things down, let me know in the comment section below. Stay tuned, because obviously we're still training and we're doing prep for the half marathon. That's going to be in there, as well as like our normal lifting and our physique checks and whatnot, because we're technically using this as a way to cut for the summer. So if you're following along, you're enjoying the series, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.